I'm Peter Eisenman. I'm an architect. I also teach. I'm a professor at Yale University in New Haven, where I've been teaching for the last 6 or 7 years. We have a very small office, maybe 10, 12, 15 people, but we do very large projects. We associate with other architects. We're working right now in Spain on the City of Culture, in Galicia, Santiago. We're working on 3 projects in Italy, in a waterfront redevelopment project in Pozzuoli outside of Naples, a railroad station in Pompeii, and a condominium project in Milano. We're working on an athletic center in New Brunswick, New Jersey for Rutgers University. We should be active, moral citizens, but I don't think the architect has any more role in society than any other citizen. I mean, in other words, I don't think I have a responsibility to help housing problems in Chile or Argentina, or I don't think architects don't solve problems and therefore are not helpful to society. What architects should be doing is helping to define and develop their own discipline. I don't think architecture is about solving human problems at all. Psychologists solve human problems, sociologists solve human problems, economists solve human problems. We're none of those things. We do culturally necessary projects, to me, which have a value to the culture in general, but to what should the architect do in society? I don't believe the architect should do anything, frankly. I believe in the transformation of precedent. Basically, architecture is about precedent. If you don't know what architecture is, just to be an innovative person, then you're into what I consider capitalist consumption. And innovation is all about what's new, and therefore what's new has a value in consumption. And if you want to make products for people, objects, products, then architecture is not the cultural value that I think it needs. So therefore innovation is a real problem that is creating the new, is only creating more products for consumption. I think architecture is not about consumption, and therefore architecture is not about innovation. Architecture is about the transformation of precedent. In other words, analyzing precedent and bringing it into the present day. My physical relations are absolutely important to me. They have nothing to do with my work necessarily. I mean, my personal relations, people I see socially, people are very important to me. My family, my students. I just had a student from 2 years ago I haven't seen in a long time call me. So my network is basically my colleagues in architecture all over the world, my students, both past and present, my family, and those are all very important to me. And I wouldn't put clients in that list. I wouldn't put potential clients. I wouldn't put critics. Those are not in my network. I don't network with critics. I don't network with clients. I've never ever sought a client. I've never gone out and advertised for work. So I don't believe in that, and I'm very much against that. And so my own and I certainly don't network on Twitter or Facebook or anything like that. It's not, to me, this is the kind of networking and communication that I do, and I limit my work to that. Internet helps us in terms of being able to work with associate architects in Spain and Italy. We can send drawings back and forth on PDF files, for example. We can have instant communication. We don't have to go to Italy or go to Spain to work. Of course, personal communication is still all important, and actually being at a site is all important to understand things. So the internet speeds up certain technical things, but it doesn't speed up the real work. The real work has to be done either here in my office or on the site or in Spain, but it cannot be done through the internet. First of all, if anybody wants to study architecture, I would tell them not to. That would be the first thing, because I think it's a very poor profession. For me, it's very rewarding. I love what I do, but it's not something I would recommend for many people, number one. Number two, I would recommend, instead of going to architecture school first, I would certainly get an education. That is, learn language, learn history, learn philosophy, learn literature, all of the kinds of other things that are necessary to make decisions in life. Then I would go and study architecture. So as in a university system, which we have here in the United States, I would certainly do undergraduate in the arts and liberal arts. And then I would go to graduate school, a 3-year graduate school for a master degree, a professional degree. But I wouldn't do this in a 5-year or 4-year undergraduate program. I think those are young people that young are not ready to study architecture. I also believe that what you study in school is not what you do in practice. Practice is a whole other thing, and it shouldn't invade the school. The school should be about theoretical, cultural, historical, philosophical issues related to the discipline of architecture. The actual practice of architecture, I'll teach somebody how to do that here, the way I want to do it, not in the School of Architecture. Running a practice is no different than running a family or running a business of any sort. There's no magic to it. You have to learn how to do it. You have to learn how to deal with people. You need to learn how to interact with people. You need to learn all kinds of things that you can only learn by doing it. You cannot be taught. I have no lessons for anybody who wants to know how to run a practice. I believe that I know how to run a practice the way I want to run my practice, but it's different than someone else would run a practice. I'm very lucky because I can, in my position, choose kinds of projects I want to do and run the kind of office that I want to run. It's not many people, I think, that can do that. So I have no advice on how to run an office. I mean, the way you learn to run an office, run one. And the way you learn how to run one is work for somebody who knows how to run one. That's the best advice I could give.